everyone, I'm Angel Wu. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. Our first newcomer friend today came open shop here from Hong Kong, sell all kinds of noodle food he learned from his mother-in-law. And because of his onion cake dumplings, soup, and mixed noodles, he made doves himself in this special texture, and his soup and side menus and healthy and real. So though the shop is small, it's quite famous in eaters. Just that many eaters might not know he was a Wing Chun master then. Powerful martial arts, just like Ip Man when we see in the movies, and the humble life attitude made some youngsters reveal their humanity. The movie Ip Man let more Taiwanese know about Wing Chun. He started practicing from 14, and his master Huang is the big disciple of Ip Man. My wife said, "You always mourn I do it more than 10 years, not much friends, not having friends of the same hobby. Why don't you educate the young generation, hope someone interested could inherit your skill?" Lin from Hong Kong, many disciples who followed him learned it for more than 10 years already. Taught in park before would rain and windy, so can't practice at night. Other factors, they found this Kung Fu center for everyone's convenience to practice. Then in spare time, say everyone provided this place, everything for charity they coach, or say I be the teacher, we used to not take tutor fees. Until last year, some disciples thinks it's time to inherit Wing Chun rent a place. Then they ended days of practicing in the park. Lin's students have interesting life stories each too. Cho had been in his rebellion years, thought learning martial arts is cool, learned from Lin, then his attitude towards life changed. I see the newspaper or the news, tragedy that hope happened, or some kind of illegal cases. Those are often my friends. I should say to Master, thank you because of you're beside me, so this kind of things won't happen. Say the attitude towards work because you don't easily give up. When you're facing big difficulties, stress, you would recall some words often, recall Master's words often, and you'd want to go on. Shop established for 20 years, still staying on the street. Still, the word is insist. Lin's insist not only Kung Fu and the special spirit of good taste. Nearly 11 p.m. started business. At 7 a.m. he came to the shop with his wife. I took his money. I should give him something delicious, of course, right? Yes, I just don't do it. There's the beef soup, Jinhua ham, and this chicken broth in this soup. Then there's Chinese medicine ingredients, about 10 of these. Fair and basic technique, good punch then. Good soup makes good pot. In Lin's shop, a spicy duck blood should be simmered many hours. Make the soup well first, then we'd peel off and smell the duck blood if it's fresh or not. If it's not, then we'd rather don't use it. Telling customers there's none anymore. Today, duck blood is out of stock. So would cut pieces into pieces, throw inside to cook, then we're limited to just sell out every day. Ingredient of beef bone is water, big bone, and there's beef and fat, just this, yes, nothing. And the ginger takes off the fishiness. See, it's all bones. We threw it away each time we use, then change into new one. Aroma that have deep smell, completely natural. There's only sweetness in the mouth. Popular mixed beef noodles Don't just only rely on stir frying. Everyone can fry their own mutton. The sauce is that you must stir your sauce first. Stir till transparent, then put in the beef, just like taking care of kids. Carrying it slowly, fry about 2 hours, then it's fried well. Then there's come the thick sauce. Then we'd have and the mixed dried beef noodle, and then say it's because we use yellow beef, the beef quality would be better. For example, normally fry for 2 hours, it becomes beef slice already. Before, Lin never thought his afterlife would be here. Fry beef for 28 years. This is Lin's Taiwanese wife, Mulan's special skill. The two married and stayed in Hong Kong first, but Mulan couldn't adapt Hong Kong life. Cooking, sweeping the floor, you don't have life circle. No friends, right? Then you'd be hard to adapt. So then at that time I had life like this for 1 or 2 years. Then the only thing is my husband goes social often, then I had to accompany to go with him. Actually, when I go, I'd always be the one who sit aside because I can't catch up with the conversation and I can't speak Cantonese either. Then my brother called me, "Sister, when will you come back? Let's do business together." Wow, I was so touched at that time. I said, "Okay, I'm coming back to Taiwan." For marriage, Lin took his decision, gave up friends and business in Hong Kong. Of course, he struggled, but he knows more. A couple can't possibly be apart, so he came to Taipei till now 28 years already. Now it's his turn to adapt foreigner life. He said if it's not gone well, it's hard. Of course, can't adapt here. Before in Hong Kong, it's insurance business, kung fu place. Everyone hears my words. Then you go to a restaurant. I'm the one who service. I have to hear what everyone say. Of course, have to adapt the feelings. But it's good that one day it went through. It feels not bad to not adapt. It's like first, I don't have friends in Taiwan, take everyone as friends, right? Second, I take myself like an actor. Act an emperor must be like an emperor too. Actor who act beggar must be like a beggar. My character is just a waiter, then at least I must be like a waiter. Of course, not just a waiter. Lin at the back of the cashier is a friendly owner. Noodle shop must be full in dining time. Surprisingly, from the dining area to the kitchen can't see anyone running. Or use voice to shout loudly. Everyone calmly delivered noodles and dishes. He said it's the procedures fixed. But we see it's the two's wisdom. We can happily manage things sometimes when business is not good. When business is good, quickly do this business well. But business bad and good, there is a policy. How to prepare ingredient. So why I prepare ingredient when I sold out, it's like this more than 10 years already. I never request business. I always keep it fresh. Always like this. Because I prolong the time. Because of the insist to use fresh ingredient by the day, can't eat if late, can't eat in the wrong season. Rather not to sell and don't sell to use bad ingredients or sometimes there's some ingredients recently there's so let's sell, don't sell if there isn't. So say try to keep the best qualities. You say the big cabbage in the summer, there is a problem is cabbage in the summer might be frozen, can't be so thick, or the meat won't have the same good effect. Pickled cabbage pot that could only be eaten in the winter makes many old customers feel warm. A must menu that will be warm to the heart. Must braise pickled cabbage on my own. So say to this season there's good big cabbage from Shandong, we're doing it now then, and because of the pickled cabbage fermented period, because it's naturally fermented, the period of the fermented would be longer. The first pot should be let the soup can say have more taste. So the first pot is the longest because there's no old soup. Then the month before we start to sell, we're starting to make this pickled cabbage. Then open the tub, When tub is open, then can start to sell them. Then the soup, we insist every morning to sell boiled soup and chicken broth. Then add some vegetable and fruit. Try to keep it fresh and good. Every dish firm, the sweet and fresh taste inside can make customers recollect. No matter martial arts or cooking, Lin used his real skills for reputation. 2 p.m. afternoon is the noodles shop wasting time. Lin changed identity from a shopkeeper. Disciple Cho is scared of gangsters then, a young man who is even scared to eat outside. Now he's a dealer of Italian watch. Lin taught him conserve and patience. Martial art is deep. The real kung fu is not just about attack, but the wisdom towards stress. We can't use our hands because we all hit the spot. I don't wish to, because of my punch, I'd be the one who regret. Because usually we say sorry, it's easier. Nearly 60 years' time, Lin taught Wing Chun to let Taiwanese disciples he learned from Hong Kong. He teaches to all gangsters, doctors, vendors. There's no rules in the place, there's no relation to affect one. They not only learned about punches, but the humble and honest wisdom of life. Wing Chun master in the kitchen stayed humble while boiling soup and noodles is doing things firmly. Isn't it a model of generation's teacher? Take a break, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. Everyone loves delicious food. Of course, many wishes to eat healthily at the same time. Fresh but tasteful, rice noodle of桂林would meet everyone's needs. But maybe you'd be surprised,桂林rice noodle that looks simple actually needed a lot of effort. Later we see the soup of桂林rice noodle and the sauce, how to prepare, how to boil, and see how a young couple went back from nearly torn down to simple life of happiness in this boiling. "7 a.m., Chen brought big daughter to school on time every day. 8 years ago, when just married here from Guangxi, Chen is just a young girl who is 20. Now she is 2 children's mother. Before I was married, I was a service person of the bus. So when I go home, after come home, I usually use computer. So use QQ and accidentally become friends with my husband. Then we chat and felt quite good. Then he suddenly said want to see me. He is his husband, now Wu. The two knew by internet. Wu didn't fear long distance, fly to mainland from Taiwan. The two see each other for a year and decided to go through life. Before we married, my husband told me, he said, after you come to Taiwan, I will be good to you. He kept his promise. Chen now, in an alley Taipei, engaged a small shop selling rice noodles of Guangxi. Every morning, I send my kids to school at 7, then come to the shop directly, then start to do some preparation work. Boil soup, then cook rice noodles, fry some dishes, these, braised meat, all these. Today is the day to make braised sauce. Braised sauce is sauce to flavor rice mixed rice noodles, and the soul of桂林rice noodles is deliciousness. To plus the fragrance of the sauce, the big moans are must. Onions, the soup will be sweeter. There'll be the natural sweetness in the sauce. Our soup is fresh boiled big bone onion. Like this broth, it's our main soul sauce. It's the sauce. So broth is more refreshing. Now is the broth that boiled braised sauce first. After this soup is done, I would fry the medicine, put all and simmer again. The sweetness of natural vegetable and fruit combined with the fragrance of all kinds of medicine is the homeland taste Chen can't leave from. Chen said her husband is really good to her, but the flavor that she's used for 20 years is hard to change. So she had wanted to open a small shop of rice noodles. Just now I already finished cooking the braised water. Now it's time for the broth to boil. These spices would soak in the water. After soaking, I'd fried it. And later, the broth that put braised water to cook together. It's going to cook. It's 9:30 already. Opening shop, there's something to care to, or else that time Wu, after working every day, would have the mind to hear Chen's sharing about taking care of daughter. The two lacked of communication. A crack in their love appeared. Sometimes when things happened, would fight really fierce. Because not communicating at that time, small fights are quite usual. If it's big fight, might be divorce, everything comes out. When the condition is intense, good that someone would help. Chen laughed, saying, the person is usually Wu. Even though angry and tired, he never forget to considerate wife more. I'm going to cook rice noodle now. Rice noodles should be cooked every day. Then always cooked every morning. If it's after sold out, would cook again in the afternoon. I wouldn't cook too much at once because the freshest is the best, the taste won't go out.桂林rice noodle made of pure rice had good texture. Must cook and cooled first every morning after customer's order. Continue to heat by putting in boiling hot water. Is the rice noodles done? Then I'd pick one from a side. Rice noodle done like this. When pitching here with hands, would feel it bounce. Then if it press it more, there'd be something solid. It means not completely ready yet. If pinched down it's soft already, it's soft and chewy, this would do then. To make the rice noodle more chewy and textured, must go through cold water. Fresh directly. Before I was married here, I can't do these things because it's very convenient to eat outside. Local people won't cook this one in one's home too. So about Chen open shop to sell桂林rice noodles, Wu opposed at first, fearing she'd be tired. Until 3 years ago, because of health conditions, Wu had to quit stable job. The two thought of the possibilities to open a rice noodle shop seriously. If now his job is not stable, then we think of a way together. Then I said I still want to open this shop because I love it myself, and he supported me. And it should be done well. Chen went back to Guangxi specially to learn from chefs of桂林. Master told us the biggest thing about this is formula. Different formula, each shop would make a different taste. Learned new skill, opening shop is not successful. The two counted the cost wrongly, and the braised sauce formula just learned had tiny factors that would differ each day. Needed experience to overcome too. The first shop soon collapsed, thinking if we should quit. But what to do after quitting, have to think again, and all the equipments I bought had to sell out cheaply. I can't endure. My husband said we can insist longer. He said such delicious thing could be made. Setting off again, find a smaller shop, making a portion that she is 100% sure about. Reputation spread. The couple start to feel the happiness of being busy. Chen responsible for cooking, Wu for greeting and cashier. 3 crispy and braised egg. 1 with a coriander. 1 pork powder, 1 intestine powder. The small shop could only sit 5 tables, but because of the special texture and taste of Quailin rice noodles, there's solid market already. There's a special sauce here. It tastes sour because when first eating, have to eat dried first. I would add this sour sauce first, special sauce. In the guest flow, there's a special group. They are like customers and like half a host. When the couple is too busy, they would clean out themselves, help themselves. Because I have a mainland friend, also from Guilin, I come to know by her, Chen's rice noodle shop. I think a foreigner like me can eat the delicacy of hometown. This is happiness. Through reputation in the internet, this small shop became a good place to go for Guangxi people. Chen knew more sisters then. Very touched. Can have Quailin rice noodles of our hometown in Taipei. Good taste of Quailin now become a favorite Taiwanese of employees too. This is Quailin rice noodle. When do you want a delivery? Because it's full before 12. Where are you? Which road? Do you know Lanzhou Road? Yes, I know Lanzhou Road. Lanzhou Road is delivery after Chengyang Road. Delivering the good taste of Guangxi Guilin, Wu is proud of wife's special, delicious and healthy Guilin rice noodle. Even popular across the sea. Normally, if it's delivery, it would be 1 out of 3 of everyday income. Sometimes when it's much, that'll be 50 bowls, 1 order for 50 bowls. Normally would deliver 3 to 4 places for more. No cashier, it would be inside. Chen com Quailin rice noodles. Okay, how much? 370. Who else deliver our homeland food Quailin rice noodle? Rice noodles prepared today is all sold out. From morning to now, boiled braised sauce for 6 hours, flavoring too. This pot still need to flavor. Always ask him to flavor. Under wife's teaching, Wu's skills are above some level too. Actually, the difference in brain and physical work, some people like brain work, some people like physical work. Actually, when you sit along the office, fat, back pain and stuff would all cure. I like this kind of physical work instead. It's my wife who engage this usually. I just do what she says. Ever because of lack of communication, the couple who nearly let their marriage fall in danger become good partners in work. When talk about each other, they're full of thankfulness. Because every day is busy, so busy that the only chance to rest is not to fight anymore. So we cherish when we can rest. Because after we don't fight, we'd realize slowly each other is good. Then you'd feel you are nice. Thank you for being so nice. Then slowly, better relationships. The insignificant small shop was just a way for this couple to live on then, but made them found back their simple life too. The two story today, though noodles and rice diet are different, but we see that same humble life attitude. That is why they got firm feedbacks from customers too. Thank you for watching. See you next time.